Hi, my name is Katie and today I'm talking about my March TBR. At this point I have a ton of books in progress and a lot of books that I'd really like to get through. So I'm just going to start out with the books that I'm already reading and we'll go from there. The first book I'm reading that I talked about in my Goodreads tag is Emma by Jane Austen. I think I'm about 40 pages in so far. Like I said in that video, I find it to be kind of a dry book, so I'm not enjoying it yet, but hoping when I get into, the real story that I will be more excited about this book. The next book I'm working on and that I hope to finish very soon is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. So far I love this book and I think it's really fun. And I think Simon Snow is kind of cool. The next book I'm currently reading is The Lies of Lockemora by Scott Lynch. I joined a Goodreads group. It's called BookTube Reading Buddies and I already feel like it's going to be a great thing. I really can't wait to talk a bit about the book. So far this is a really interesting book and I'm excited to see what happens. So last month when I decided to get into BookTube, I went out and picked up a bunch of books that I've heard of through BookTube over the past 6 months or so. So some of these are going to be a little repetitive. At least 2 of them I'm sure you've already seen a review about. This first book I've had my eye on for a little over a year. It's Where'd You Go Bernadette by Maria Semple. It looks really cool and I love the cover, which is actually, I feel the same way about Fangirl. This is so pretty. I actually got the hardback even though I didn't want to because I just thought it was so gorgeous. I love the color. This next book I saw a review of on the Readables channel. I love her reviews and I actually really trust her opinion on books, so I picked up Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. It's about books. I don't know how you could not love this book. I actually got it started last month, but I put it down because I had too many other things that I was doing and I think I was just in too deep in that one. I've heard a lot of great things about this book and once again, awesome cover. Like really? Come on. Yeah. Nice cover. So I'm a huge fan of Emily Grossley and the Brain Scoop, and I was reading her blog one day and she was talking about natural history books that she recommended to people, and I saw this book on the list. It's called Life, A Natural History of the First 4 Billion Years of Life on Earth. It's by Richard Fortey. Honestly don't know what to say about that book except the cover is really pretty. I think natural history is really interesting, ancient history of the world, and I very rarely read nonfiction books. I heard this one had a bit of a spin on it with, true stories of people out in the field studying natural history, so I thought it might be a good book to get started with if it was something I was interested in. So this last book on my list isn't actually the one I want to read. I picked this up in the bookstore and I found out that it was actually the second book in a series. It's the Split World series by Emma Newman. This one is called Any Other Name, but the first book is called Between Two Thorns. The book says that it's like Downton Abbey with magic. I think that's really cool. I'm actually not a huge fan of Downton Abbey because it's a little bit dramatic, but I love alternate histories, I love worlds that are different but sort of the same. It looks like a really interesting series and there's already a 3rd book out. So I think that I'm going to try and get the first book in this series and hopefully read it this month. Then again, I only read 2 books last month, so I don't know how I'm going to get through like 7 this month. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that is my very ambitious to-be-read list for this month. If you have any other suggestions, let me know in the comments. If you've read one of these books and you have an opinion, I would love to hear it, especially any of the ones I'm working on right now, like Emma, Fangirl, or The Lies of Lockemora. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!